Hello, my fellow brother and sister in the Lord. I just delivered some message now, and after that, I never felt that kind of cold before in my life. I was shivering. It is well. I brought this message to you today. This message God gave me to give to you, Rory and Wendy, Alec. I delivered the message for you last couple of weeks ago now, but I deleted it, and I'm returning it now because some of the message God gave me that I put on the YouTube, I delete some, and because of that, God bring me, there's a message I just upload now about pastor in Freemason, and God gave me a message about that, and through that message I decide now to return some of the message that I take off from the YouTube because of that message God gave me this morning. Now God gave me a message to give to you, England, Roll and Wendy, Alec. I pray for God so that you can be able to understand my speech. I'm like Moses when Moses said to God, God, you know I can't speak, but you send me. But God in His mercy will give you the wisdom and knowledge and understanding so that you can be able to understand my word, the word God gave me to give you. And again, before God gave me this message for you, God already gave it to you. You asked God to confirm some of the word, and that's the reply for some of the answer you are asking God for. England, the founder of God TV Channel 2 are all are under a familiar spirit. Rory and Wendy, Alec. They think everybody that call themselves a pastor are all working for God. They did not know that Satan too have pastor on earth. God called both couples to start a God TV in England. God cleared the way for them for God TV in England to be established. But as they are going around believing every pastor they met, they allow some Satan pastors to sow a bad seed in their life. And as the seed was growing up, the seed separated both two couples. God called the seed separate both two couples that God called to start God TV in England. The two couples are first like Noah. When God asked Noah to build a church, when God asked Noah, the two are first like Noah. When God asked to build an ark for him, God asked the founder of God TV to build him a church. But they do not. But they do allow Jezebel's spirit to move into their life. But they do allow Jezebel's spirit to move into their life. That God TV, the plan that God had for the founder of that TV was a good, not an evil. God planned that God planned for the God TV that they will hand over the God TV to their children as they are growing old. But now they have turned their back to that covenant. The way God TV is at now, A time will come that the two founder will be out. A time will come that the two founder will be out, and God TV will be given to an alien, not the owner. Someone else will rent it, who are not the original owner. God said, the case of God TV is like the case of King Saul and David. First, God anoints Saul as a king, which are the two founders of God TV in England. And after time, God see that King Saul did not follow God's instruction. When God see okay. And after time, God see that King Saul did not follow God's instruction. When God see that the land He gave you, when you get there, when God see that the land He gave you, when you get there, He told you, do not worship their God. But the founder of God TV, they do not follow that teaching. When God see that He then call and anoint David, which was called God Revelation TV. First, when God gave me this message, I remember last time the same thing I said it there. I said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Nobody on earth will never think of this. And those Revelation TV, they may think God just asked them to start like that. They will not know that somebody fell on the road. That's why God raised them up. God started, I haven't finished, I'm going, but let me just break it as God gave me the message last time. God started send the two couples to start God TV in England. But along the way, they allow some pastors to sow some familiar spirits, some seed into their life. And then God said those seed that the seed that those people that they allow to come into their life, they are the one that sow the bad evil seed into their life. The seed that they sow into their life is the seed now separate both two couples that God called to start God TV in England. When God see that they too are operating now, they now turn back to the covenant God have for them. They allow the familiar spirits, and He allows some pastors to come into their life, which they think they are all men of God, because they know that they know that God wanted to use them, and they know that God was the one that sent them to, and Satan won't like that. Get my book. There is a time when God said the head of Freemason in England, God said she's a woman but she's not a pastor. God said if she's a pastor that she will expose her, but she leave her because that's what she choose. England is not an easy place for you to come and establish a church in the realm of spirit, but God cleared the way, and the agent, the darkness in the spiritual world, they know what you are coming to do. From there, they impart some pastor into your life. You may think they are men and women of God, but they are agents of God. But they are agents of darkness. They are not agents of God. They are agents of darkness. They impart some spirits into their life, and then they are the one that separate both two. When God see that, then God went and raised David up in the beginning, I said the case is like God said the case is like King David and King Saul. When God see this and what's going on, I'm sure before God raised David up, he must have been warning you all to caution you, telling you, but you don't take it serious, or you don't account it, you don't act on it. And when God see this, then that's when he went and raised David up. And the David now he went to raise up is Revelation TV. Revelation TV, we now know that the God that called you is the same God that called Revelation TV. But along the way, you fell on the way. When you fell, then God went and raised somebody else up and raised Revelation TV off, because he know you allow some familiar spirit into your life, and then that's what happened. That's why God bring Revelation TV out. Revelation TV will never know that somebody fell on the way. That's why God bring them up. God may have told them and said, I'm raising you up because somebody fell on the way, or they may not know. But this is the word that God gave me now. That's how God, that was how God found Revelation TV. He said that the two people he first sent to do his will, the two people he used, you are the two people that God used. The founder of God TV now, they are like, because he did not do his will. This is, God said, the founder of God TV now, they are like Jonah that run away. Yeah, the founder of God TV now, the founder of God TV now are like Jonah that run away from God's work. The founder of God TV need to go and read and learn more about Jonah. They need to ask God for his mercy over them, and ask God to take away the bad seed which was planted in them, to be destroyed and uproot from the root. Sorry, I'm coming. To be destroyed and uproot from the root. They need to know that not all the people that come to them are truly called by God. Okay, that one is for England. Okay, leave that. Maybe I made the England one to re-upload them back again. Okay, let me just go back again. England, the founder of God TV, Rory and Wendy, Alec, they are all were under a familiar spirit. Under a familiar spirit. Go and read 1 Timothy 4 verse 1. God said the other part when God gave me for the Freemasons, God said they can, if you are under a familiar spirit, you can come out by praying to God and ask God to restore your soul wherever Satan has kept it. Because if you are under a familiar spirit, Satan will, you are working, your doctrine will be the doctrine from Satan. Your teaching, everything will be the doctrine from the dark world. The teaching of the living God, you will twist it. And you can ask God to restore that line back for you. Okay, they think, I'm going back repeating it for you now. They think everybody that call themselves a pastor are truly working for God. They did not know that Satan too have pastor on earth. God called both couple to start a God TV in England. God cleared a way for them. For God TV in England to establish. But as they are going around believing every pastor they met, they allow some Satan pastor to sow a bad seed into their life. And as the seed was growing up, the seed separate both two couples who God called to start God TV in England. They are forced like Noah. When God asked Noah to build a ark for him, God asked the founder of God TV to build him a church. But they do allow Jezebel's spirit to move into their life. The God TV, the God TV, the plan that God had for the founder of God TV was a good plan, a good, not evil. God planned that the God TV, they will hand it over to their children as they are growing old. But now they have turned their back to that covenant. The way God TV is at now, a time will come that the two founders will be out. That's a pity. A time will come that the two founders will be out, and God TV will be given to an alien, not the owner. Someone else will rent it, who are not the original owner. God said the case of God TV is like the case of King Saul and David. First, God anoints Saul as a king, which are the two founders of God TV. And after that, God see that King Saul did not follow God's instruction. When God see that the land he gave you, when you get there, God told you, do not worship their God. But the founder of God TV, God told you, do not worship their God. But the founder of the God TV do not follow that teaching. They do not follow that instruction that God gave them. God gave two of you instruction before you started God TV. You need to go back. Maybe you write it somewhere or ask God to remind you back. You need to go back to that instruction. The instruction was lost, and that's what caused all this. When God see that you did not follow the instruction you was given, maybe before you even land in England, God gave you an instruction. When God see that then God anoints David, which are called now, David is Revelation TV. You see how God is working. David is Revelation TV. That was how God found a Revelation TV. You see, the deep of the secret of the Lord is too deep. That's why I pity people when they say they know how God works. God is so powerful that our brain, the container in our brain is too small for us to know how God works. He said that the two people he first sent do not do his will. You did not do the will, his will. The founder of God TV now are like Jonah. The David God raised up is Revelation TV. I said it before when I first did this message. I said, when God first said to me that that's the reason he raised Revelation TV up, I said I nearly want to go back to start doing research to find out which one is the first. I said, God can't tell. Like, well, that's what he said. That's what happened. I'm sure that he saw ahead. He is God. He saw us before. Imagine Jeremiah 1 verse 5. He said, from your mother womb I found you. I know you. You know everything from our mother's womb. When we are conceived, when we are seeing our mother womb, he know ahead and he see ahead. That's why he raised now David up. David was anointed when even King Saul was still a king. You see how God works. That was how God found Revelation TV. Revelation TV David. He said that the two founders, when he sent them, that's how he found God Revelation TV. He said because the two founders that he sent, they did not do his will. The founder of God TV now are like Jonah. that run away from God work. God said the founder of God TV now are like Jonah that run away from God work. The founder of God TV need to go and read and learn more about Jonah. They need to ask God for his mercy over them and ask God to take away the bad seed which was planted in them to be destroyed and uprooted from the root. They need to know that not all the people that come to them are truly called by God. The founder of God TV needs to go back to God and ask God for mercy. If God asks you to do some work for him, as you know, and if you go away and do all kind of your own business, you will never have peace. Your mind will never be settled until when you do the work of the will of God into your life. God say you are the founder of God TV now is like Jonah. Before God brings some of these messages, God must have been speaking to you. You ask God to confirm some of the word. Prophecy is like not something that you will know. God have already spoke to you. As you are in the line of God, he must have already spoke to you. Then you want him to confirm some word to you, and that's the message. It's confirm it now. Stay blessed. Bye.